Alright guys, what's up and welcome back. You saw the title of this video. I'm not sure what I'm doing for the thumbnail yet. I guess you'll obviously see. Basically, we've done this video on literally every single car we own. We've done it back on the Jetta, we did it on the Beamer, we did it on the Cadillac. We've owned tons of other cars since then. But basically, this video is things that we need to do to the car that I basically don't like. Things that I don't like about the car that we need to change, whether that be something for, you know, cosmetics, or whether that be something for like the mechanical ability of the car for it to like drive right or whatever. And there is a little bit of problems with the car like drivability wise right now, but you know what, it don't matter, we gonna get it fixed. But anyway, let's head to the car and we'll show you guys. See you in a second. Alright, so as you guys can tell, we are officially outside now. We're outside the house and we're standing right in front of the car. Homeboy right here. As you guys can tell, one of the very first things that we do need to fix is the headlights. Now, in the last video, I already told you guys that we need to fix the headlights. That one, the driver's side works perfectly fine, but as a passenger, that's, you know, it's not in the best shape. I will not lie to you. You know, cracks, and because there's cracking, it's gonna make it foggy, because headlight housings do not like moisture at all. But you guys already know on that side. And then, because this is a daily, I don't necessarily care a whole lot about cosmetics, because fitment right now is not the best. As you guys can see, we got a little bit of, you know, a little bit of wear and tear. Because we've already talked about the headlights in a previous video, we are going to move on from that subject because we have talked about it kind of a lot. Next matter of business is, I guess technically speaking, it's still on the outside, but I don't want to go back out there because I'm already sitting down, is the door, what are they called, doorknobs? Door handles, whatever the hell. Basically, the things that open up the door, they are sliding out of like the little pocket that it's supposed to be in. So when you go to open the door, the entire knob itself will come out with it, and we don't want that. What we want is to keep it in place. Whenever you pull on the handle, you want it to stay in place so that when you pull on it, it doesn't move and the door just opens. You know what I mean? So that's order of business number 2. Number 3 is, this thing is a little outdated. It's a 2007, so, you know, she's like what, 18 years old? Yeah, she's like 18 years old. It's going to be, I want to install a head unit on here. And if I'm correct, it's going to end up taking this entire thing. I don't know if it goes down to right here, but I do know it goes up to right there. I had a homie come up and tell me if I were to do that, it would take away the message system for when the car needs like service done. But I mean, I service this car every like month, give or take, so either way it's not going to matter all that much. But even if I still were to do it, it wouldn't matter all that much, because the messages pop up on this little screen right here. You've got your speedometer right here, your tachometer right here, that's temp right there, and that's fuel on that one. And then you got this little one in the middle right there. Yeah, it shows up right there across that thing right there. Unfortunately, at this time, I do not have the keys, so we're gonna have to make do with what we got. Next order of business is the seats. The seats are not in the best shape by any means at all. For example, this one's got a tear in it. Comfortability wise, this seat is perfect. It's just got a tear in it, and I don't like the tear. And then there's little handles on the side that control how far back and like how forward and like lumbar support that the seat does. This one's missing this piece, and this piece right here, it works, but it's missing the piece that controls how far back and how far forward this piece goes. Those plastic pieces that I just showed you guys, it needs to be done on both ends, because at least one of the buttons is broken on both of the seats. The only thing is you can't really fix that unless you get a brand new seat, and Cadillac doesn't really make these seats anymore because it's such an old ass car, you know what I mean? And so I've been trying to scour Marketplace for like a number of weeks now, and I haven't been able to find any. But luckily Brandon's got a car, the same exact one actually. So Brandon's got the same exact one, except he uses it for a parts car, not a daily. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end up actually taking the passenger side seat from his car and putting it in mine, because those two buttons work and that one doesn't have any tears in the seats. And then speaking of you know, up seats, one of the things that really needs to be fixed, and this will bother me like genuinely, even though I don't even see it unless I'm putting something in the car, is this John right here, and it is slowly coming off again. This thing, yeah, No. Technically speaking, you got retainer clips right here, and then there's 2 more down the bottom over there. But the thing is those ones in specific are broken, so no matter how hard I try pushing it in, it'll stay for a little bit, but then once it gets like a little bit of turbulence, so if I do like my regular daily driving, it ends up falling off either way, and you can't fix that unless you get a brand new seat. I think I'm gonna end up putting 2 brand new seats, because the ones in the back work perfectly fine. The only thing that's wrong with them is the seat rests. Seat rests are like limp, I guess, in a way you could say. But in order to fix like the driver and the passenger side seats, I need to get brand new seats, which kind of sucks. But like I told you guys earlier before, these aren't produced anymore. This is a really old car. It's like a hidden gem almost, I guess you could say. You need to scour the internet for them. Facebook Marketplace, KSL. If you got friends that have the same car, you know, it'll be your best friend. Trust me. And then another thing that bothers me is the floor mats in here. The floor mats in here are, I don't know if you know what mossy oak is, but I guess it's like some sort of like, it looks like some sort of camo, I guess you could say. It looks like some sort of camo. I get if you're into that sort of thing. My family, we don't do that. Like, I don't want to bring culture into this, like, at all. But my family ain't like that. We don't do shit like that, you know what I mean? And then, in terms of cosmetics, that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, I can't necessarily show you the engine bay, just because it's not cleaned up yet. And then another thing that this car, let me use this box. You guys are literally sitting, yeah. See, remember this box from the last video? I haven't gotten the bulbs for it yet, so we kind of can't install it, you know? But as every other car needs is a freaking wash and nice little detail, you know? I got a homie that does detailing either. I'm gonna contact him up, get this car looking good again, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, besides that, that's really pretty much it. I was gonna say I'm not too picky when it comes to my cars, but I'm definitely like decently picky when it comes to my cars, because it's like, you know, yeah, you can get a decent daily to get you from point A to point B, but you're in your car so much, why not go from A to B in fucking style, bro? It's not even about being a car person either. It's a matter of you're seen in your car, unless you go through cars like no other like me, but I'm known for my cars, you know? If you're someone who has been in the same car for the past like, let's say 3-4 years, you're gonna be known for your car. You know, you pull up to a house party or whatever, and someone sees that car, like, oh hey, so and so's here now. You know what I mean? Especially when it's like something you want to like represent you. You know what I mean?